Achuta, Unga kun bistulpi kikuyana, Tong patugas bakteria. Unga dito tonga kun hanggabi, Wana kun des ching palamule, Tungking ba munuta, Tukning chatukune, Mule rabes. Mucho shak bakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun. Ta kunjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachiku ita bodunga. Toldogang wale oganda naru chuchut. Ole shaponga bola wanachi. Mule slimo podadara nanga kumbis. Mule rabes. Jedo badwana nigibobo. Tong na bungsha no nunya. Tong patukashmak telea. Unga diho tonga kun hanggabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba minuta. Tukning chatukune. Mule rabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mule rachikun. Simo podo na. Kundi hodunga ku hanggabe. Tong haitwam jiji jung lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bongualeo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto dun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Unga diho tonga kun hanggabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba nunuta. Tukning chatukune. Mule rabes. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mule rachikun. Simo podo na rundi hodunga ku hanggabe. Runda diho tonga kun hanggabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba nunutak. Tukning chatukune mule rabes. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mule rachikun. Simo podo na rundi hodunga ku hanggabe. Runda diho tonga kun hanggabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba nunutak. Tukning chatukune mule rabes. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mule rachikun. Simo podo na rundi hodunga ku hanggabe. Runda diho tonga kun hanggabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba nunutak. Tukning chatukune mule rabes. Mucho shak bakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun. Ita nandayata. Wata yuma wama huhu nandektek. Shatuni patoga. Wano kuspe ching palamule tonke.
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help you with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Kaldanetic, Ricard Lusov, and Handan Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require? These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriars are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me? Really? Well, then I assure you, on my reputation, I had nothing to do with the killing. I will help you with the case as best I can, though. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusoff. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here. Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Akupa Chekopa? Gino Mulira Kimpaija, Slimupo Dwama? Runda diho donga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba munotek. Tukning ta kunjus takmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogasha ponka bola wana chikne. Jeda badawana nidibobo. Tong na bungsha nununya. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona muchashat pakat. Kiye no namapaole rat. Akupa Chekopa? Gino. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut. Ta kunjus takmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank waleo ganda naru. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Simo podona. Muchashat pakat. Kiyeno.
How can I be of further assistance? I know him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How can I be of further assistance? Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you want to know? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slimeball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So, what do you want to know? You Jedi are so predictable, always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy. So, what do you want to know? Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
Is there any other information you need? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettick and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need? According to the municipal authorities near the Garrow spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettick about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
So, what do you want to know? Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right.
How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. He slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Hakupa Chekopa? Gino Mulera Kenpaija, Kislim Podwama? Lunda di Hotonga kun Hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule, tunking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune, kachikun itahodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chiku. Lunda di Hotonga kun Hankabi. Wanakumbes ching palamul. Hakupa che kupa. Ta kunjus takmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulerachikun. Muchushat pakat.
Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course.
So, what do you want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Ichanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Right.
Hakupa che kupa. Hakupa che kupa. Runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wanakumbes ching palamule tunking ba. Ta kunjus takmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita. Runda di hodonga.
Is there any other... I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other... Very well.
Hakupa che kupa. Hakupa che kupa. Runda di hodong kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamule. Muchushat pakat.
Is there any other information you need? I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
So, what do you want to know? Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. So, now I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. So, what do you... I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Irias. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. but they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot and pow, he went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Iriaz was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now? Ah. So, what do you want to know? Right.
How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. Of course.
Hakupa chekopa. Ji. Tong abom sha umnina. Wanga kumbis king balemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idadu. Lunda diho tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching balamule tungking ba nunuta. Hakupa chekopa. Ji. Lunda diho tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching balamule tungking ba.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jeda badawana ni di bobo. Tong na bungsha nununya ta kunjas takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchu. Ronda diho tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching balamule tungking ba nunuta. Tong abom sha umnina. Wanga kun bez king balemuraya. Ta kunjas takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamulera chikun. Slip runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching balamule tungking ba nunote. Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandonan chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. You malita kuto tun. Damn you.
Damn both of you.
Ta kunjas takmiki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamulera chiku. Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandonan chuchut.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kikuyana. Tong patugas maktelea.